Imagine this. The stars above you begin to dim one by one. The Earth, once vibrant with life, is silent. The cosmos, infinite and seemingly eternal, starts to unravel. What if I told you that everything we know, every planet, every star, even the very fabric of time, will one day cease to exist? This is not just science fiction. This is the story of how the universe might end. The universe's fate is one of the greatest mysteries of all time. Scientists have studied and theorized about the eventual end of everything we see around us. The galaxies, stars, planets, and even life itself. While we can't predict the future with complete certainty, we have several fascinating theories about how the universe might meet its ultimate demise. Let's dive into these possibilities, but first we need to understand how it all began. The beginning. The Big Bang. The universe began 13.8 billion years ago with a massive explosion called the Big Bang. At that moment, all matter and energy were concentrated in a tiny, incredibly hot and dense point. In an instant, it expanded, forming the galaxies, stars, and planets we see today. This expansion has never stopped. The universe continues to grow larger every second, with galaxies moving farther and farther apart. But how does this expansion end? Will it go on forever, slow down, or even reverse? Scientists have proposed several theories, each more fascinating and dramatic than the last. One of the leading theories about the end of the universe is the Big Freeze, also known as the heat death. To understand this, imagine the universe as a balloon being inflated. Galaxies are like dots on the balloon's surface, moving farther apart as the balloon expands. If this expansion continues forever, space will stretch so much that galaxies will drift too far apart for new stars to form. Stars, the engines of the cosmos, burn fuel to shine, but their fuel isn't infinite. Over trillions of years, stars will burn out one by one, leaving behind cold, dark remnants. Planets without their suns will freeze, and the universe will grow colder and darker. Eventually, there will be no energy left to support life or motion. The universe will become a vast, lifeless expanse where nothing happens, a cosmic graveyard. This chilling scenario is why we call it the Big Freeze. But don't worry, this wouldn't happen for trillions upon trillions of years. By then, humanity, if we survive that long, might have found ways to escape our dying universe. Let's consider the opposite scenario, the Big Crunch. What if the universe doesn't expand forever? What if gravity, the force that pulls matter together, eventually overpowers the expansion? Think of it like this. Imagine throwing a ball into the air. At first it rises, but eventually gravity pulls it back down. If the universe works in a similar way, the expansion could slow, stop, and then reverse. Galaxies would start moving closer together, colliding in a chaotic dance. stars and planets would smash into each other, generating immense heat and destruction. In this scenario, the universe would shrink, collapsing in on itself until it becomes a tiny, incredibly dense point, just like it started. Some scientists believe this could even trigger another Big Bang, creating a new universe. If true, this would mean the cosmos undergoes an endless cycle of death and rebirth, like a phoenix rising from its ashes. If the Big Crunch is gravity's triumph, the Big Rip is its ultimate defeat. This theory revolves around dark energy, the mysterious force causing the universe's expansion to speed up. Dark energy is still a mystery, but its effects are undeniable. Galaxies are moving away from each other faster and faster. Now imagine dark energy growing stronger over time. If it becomes too powerful, it could overcome all other forces in the universe. First, galaxies would be torn apart. Then stars and planets would disintegrate. Even atoms, the tiny building blocks of matter, would be ripped apart. Eventually, the universe would be nothing but a chaotic sea of particles. The Big Rip is one of the most dramatic and terrifying theories. If it happens, it could occur in billions of years, or not at all. Scientists are still trying to understand dark energy, so the Big Rip remains a possibility, but not a certainty. Similar to the Big Freeze, the heat death theory envisions a universe without usable energy. Over time, all energy spreads out evenly, like pouring a cup of coffee into a swimming pool. The coffee's flavor disappears, and the same happens to energy in the universe. When this happens, stars will have no fuel left to shine, and black holes, the remnants of massive stars, will slowly evaporate. Without energy or structure, the universe will become still, silent, and unchanging. It will be the ultimate end, a cosmos where nothing can happen. While these theories describe the fate of the entire universe, what about our home, Earth? Life on Earth won't last forever, even if the universe does. In about 5 billion years, our sun will swell into a red giant, growing so large that it might engulf Earth. Before that, in roughly 1 billion years, the sun's increasing brightness will boil away Earth's oceans, making the planet uninhabitable. Even sooner, events like asteroid impacts, supervolcano eruptions, or nuclear disasters could threaten humanity's existence. But humans are resilient. We've overcome countless challenges, and one day, we might colonize other planets or even other galaxies. If we do, we could outlive Earth itself and witness the far future of the universe firsthand. Imagine humanity as a spacefaring civilization, exploring galaxies in a Big Freeze scenario. We might travel to the last remaining stars, gathering their light and energy. In a Big Crunch, we could witness the universe collapsing into chaos. And in the Big Rip, we might watch as the cosmos tears itself apart. Each scenario is both terrifying and awe-inspiring. They remind us of the universe's immense power and our small but significant place within it. The end of the universe is an idea almost too vast to comprehend, yet it also teaches us something profound. Our time here is precious. Right now, we live in the golden age of the cosmos, with stars shining brightly and galaxies teeming with possibilities. So what can we do? Cherish the moments we have, dream of what lies beyond, and remember that even though the universe might one day end, its story, and ours, is one of wonder, resilience, and endless possibilities. The universe began with a bang. Perhaps it will end with a whisper, but for now it's alive, and so are we. Let's make the most of it.